Greetings loyal viewer, and welcome to a very special video in which we answer questions no one ever thought to ask, involving a Toyota Vitz and a racetrack. And as you know, every good racetrack needs a name, so we decided to call this one Manfeild, because that's what it says on the apparently not technically misspelled sign. In this clip we will see noted economy hatchback connoisseur Adam Ostermeyer doing his very best to complete a lap before daylight savings ends. Manfeild is known for being something of a power track, but the straights are not long, so the Vitz's propensity to shit the bed, bog down, achieve superior fuel economy in 5th gear, cause Adam's brain not one single wrinkle. That one wrinkle smooths out almost immediately as he spots the pit lane blend line and, terrified or possibly aroused at the thought of upsetting Kerry again, takes 2 bites at the turn-in, and takes the long way around to turn 2. He manhandles the Vitz into the sweeper before plumbing the depths of its torque curve on the way out of Dunlop. The hairpin drops the 3rd gear RPM so low it's impossible to tell if he's even picked up the throttle again, but if I set a calendar reminder perhaps I can find out sometime next week. Go and make yourself a cup of tea, kind viewer, this is going to take some time. After this session, Adam was taken for a ride in the back of a Ford Falcon, but not for any of the top 4 or 5 reasons that have just crossed your mind. Next up we'll see if he retained anything useful from what he assures me was definitely just a driver instruction thing. I remain skeptical. Don't forget to like and subscribe. In the meantime, he's finally made it to the tricky final corner, and apparently not too sure about how wide the track is, doesn't take up too much room. Great for politeness, not amazing for lap times. Will he do any better after the life-changing events that transpired in the back of a Ford Falcon? Stick around to find out, handsome viewer. And there goes Brian Matchett doing his best to outrun a budding case of Ford Cooties in his big manly Holden. It's after lunch now, and noted time attack extraordinaire Adam Ostermeyer, brain freshly loaded with useful advice, is attempting to better the 132 or whatever it was he did in the morning. I forgot to check. The friendly Ford driver who picked him up at lunchtime seems to have instilled in our protagonist a willingness to use the full width of the track, and even pop in for one of his rare visits to a corner apex. He carries a precious few extra kilometers per hour out of the final bend and manages to avoid fumbling them, picking up precious time all the way down the start-finish straight. Cured of his irrational fear of crossing the blend line, he dives deep on the outside, taking a line I've tried to convince him to use for years without him taking my word for it, but apparently a stranger in a taxi is a more trustworthy source of driving advice than yours truly. Don't forget to like and subscribe to hear more shade being thrown at knowledgeable and well-meaning strangers I've never met. It's hard to tell if he took that flat, but at this point it may not make much difference. Look, handsome viewer, another apex. Rejoice with me, this is truly a special day, as his skills finally blossom into... oh well, never mind. Such tension, avid viewer. Will he achieve his goal of going at least a little bit faster? Ignore the time at the top right, that is after all a spoiler even bigger than what you'll find on the back of a slightly second-hand Toyota Chaser not far from this exact spot. Another wide entry, it does the heart good to see it. And another apex very nearly hit, the mind fair boggles. It's another long run down the back straight listening to the melody of the 1NZFE, an engine that we know from experience can actually sound pretty sick. Oh well, never mind. Using very nearly all the track, noted instruction follower Adam Ostermeyer carries what one could probably call adequate speed onto the front straight, and keeps that tiny hammer down all the way to the line for an earth-shattering 132.71, which, considering the video file I'm watching it's called Session 4PB, is some bullshit. A little confusing, a hilarious surprise. What an amusing jape. No, I didn't bother to read the lap number. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more high-quality content. Join us next time as we do something equally exciting like competing in the regional grass growing champs, Hampton Downs Sprinty Sprints with a Sports Car Club of New Zealand. See you next time.